Jesus was a mystic. The core of Jesus is beyond the teachings in the Bible. He can teach you how to be a good person, and you can read 1,000 books and memorize the scriptures and still have trouble really, truly being a good person. In your mind, you're still judgy, you know? It just goes on and on and on. When does that judger die? When does that little narrator in the back of the mind that's judging everything, when that dies, finally, the torture is ending. You know? That's what really bothers us. Should I do this? Should I do that? Is this the right thing to do? You know, the one that's always doubting, the doubting Thomas. Oh, we all have a doubting Thomas. So, you know, kind of connecting to that mystical energy intensely over the years has dissolved Brian so much that even compared to, let's say, 10 years ago when I came, Brian is unrecognizable in terms of his energy and his inner state, who he is. I mean, I can't even recognize him. It's very dramatic. And you know, asking about like what is it that I do all day? So do I live in a monastery or something and hang out with a bunch of monks? And so I, being a wanderer, don't really have a kind of community of like fellow monks. I could just give them a call and say, hey, what's up? Swimming Fortnite doesn't have any other monks wandering through the world, not that I know of. I haven't met them. So I'm kind of like, in a way, a lone wolf. And I love that. I love that, actually. I love having my own path, because what I'm sharing with you isn't really any tradition, including the Unity tradition, although very many parallels in the Unity traditions is why there's a resonance there. This is Brian's personal experience and sharing of the energy. And I was also trying to explain that because the energy has become so strong that it has to be shared with people. It's overflowing. I call it a sun. So, and I was calling it as kind of the sunlit path, where it's like this inner sun that's shining, and if only people could taste what I have tasted, they would be so excited to find God. They'd be sprinting towards God, obsessed with God every single day. You know, I started out with the God alarm many years ago. You know, I had a vibrating watch. Every hour it would vibrate on my wrist, and then it would remind me to think of God, or everything is consciousness, or whatever the word is that you use. It doesn't have to be God. Some people don't like the word God. So, but now I can't stop. I mean, the flow it has taken over. So I love to share. It's really, really fun. So one way I like to share is through mantra itself. Probably the primary tool that I enjoy kind of, in a way, initiating people into. Because when you're in a gathering like this, when you receive a mantra or a power word, it is an initiation. You're in the energy of the mantra. It's seeping into you. It's awakening inside you. So when you use that word, even when you leave today, and you take it home with you, and you decide, oh, I'm going to chant it. You know, sometimes I use my mala. You have a mala? Yeah. Sometimes and we're chanting. Does anyone remember the very first mantra we were chanting? Maybe the early birds remember this because you first came. Purnam Saranam, Purnam Saranam, Purnam Saranam, Purnam Saranam, Purnam Saranam. You go through the 108 beads, and then you just kind of relax in the energy of it, and you feel it, and you let it meditate you. Simple as that. There's nothing more than that. You don't have to read any books. You only have to know what the mantra means. I can tell you what it means. Purnam means wholeness. Sarna means surrender. I surrender to the wholeness of my being. What does wholeness means? It means you are the entire universe. You're not this body that's sitting here somewhere in a gathering, sitting on a planet that's floating in the midst of the Milky Way. You're not here. You are infinite. So the mantra is trying to awaken your infinity, your understanding of your greater self. Purnam Saranam. And you just keep repeating it, and you're waking your consciousness up out of the tiny person that it has gotten caught in and latched onto. Similar to, in India, when they capture a monkey, they get a bottle of chickpeas. They tie that bottle to a tree, and the bottle is very thin. It's got a thin neck, and so the monkey smells the chickpeas, and the monkey hunter is watching this, right? The monkey comes over. He reaches into the bottle and grabs the chickpeas and tries to pull them out. And what happens? He's stuck. Uh-oh. He said, help, help, help. Calling his other monkey friends. Help me. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I can't get out. And how does the monkey get out? Drop the chickpeas. Just let go. Relax. And he pulls himself out of the trap, and he's free. Similarly, you inside the body are trapped in grabbing the chickpeas. All the sensations of the body are so exciting, all the addictions and excitement and dramas of the world. That's why there's so many dramatic TV shows and movies on TV, because we get drawn into what you call the Maya. And once you get into your fist into this world, it's hard to pull out because it seems so real. So the purpose of satsang is to loosen up your attachment to the body, the senses, and to this world, so you can release your hand from the chickpeas and feel your infinite self.